Welcome everybody to the stream. It is a late night here in New York City on Wednesday. Appreciate everybody that is a new subscriber to the channel and everybody who's watching. So we'll be skateboarding around for about an hour here on the board. And we're here at Central Park South and 59th Street. Hey Lady Orleans. Hope you're well, hope you had a good day. Hey Andrew. We're only gonna be skating around for about an hour, guys. Got pretty busy with work. And then I had to take a nap for like an hour, I was so tired. But we'll stream for about an hour, just hang out, skate around. Hey, sunshine after rain. Hope you're doing well. It's a pretty quiet night, but a pretty humid night too in New York. I think it was raining a little bit. So appreciate everybody being here. Andrew, hope things are well in Australia. Sunshine after rain, how are you? And Lady Orleans, hope you're well. I guess we'll just skate around Central Park, maybe the Upper West Side, Upper East Side. We'll see. Hopefully everybody had a good day today. Good day at work, good day at school, wherever you are in the world. Andrew says it's cold and miserable today. That's not good. Have a good skate. Thank you, Andrew. Hey, Monica. Monica is joining us from Sweden. Always good to have you in the chat, Monica. Hope your dog is well. On the east side, the lowermost east side of Central Park, by the Plaza Hotel. Apple store here on 5th Avenue. Monica says it's warm there in Sweden. Okay. It's pretty warm here and humid too. this is the Plaza Hotel. That guy wanted to get a cab, but then he just walked across the street. That's funny. Alright, so we're here on 57th Street and 5th. Andrew says, what was that all about? I think the guy pretended to get the cab just to get him to stop so he could cross the street, which is kind of funny but not nice, I guess, in the same way. Monica says the highest building in Sweden has 54 floors. Wow. Heard today that Apple Wallet is working in technology to encrypt driver's licenses and passports, so we don't need to carry it. I think that's a good idea. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times I forget my driver's license. But I think a lot of people are going to push back on like privacy concerns. But I think everything is going to be digital moving forward, like your passport, your ID. So we'll see. Avenue and 57th Street. Lady Orleans says yes, especially with recovering from pandemic, a lot of things will be more virtual. For sure, I agree. So this is one of the tallest residential apartment buildings in the city. Yeah, Monica, I think it has a little bit more than 54 floors. Maybe about 100. So this is the IBM building, which I like the lobby of because it has some cool artwork in here. I like these two cherries. I'd love to come to work every day and see these things. Hey, Destiny. There's some more artwork here. I don't know about everybody in the chat, but I'm a huge art fan. So let's see what it says here. Modern decorative art design. Oh, it's an auction. Wow, June 10th at 11 a.m. So there's going to be an art auction right here on 57th Street and between East 56th Street and East 57th Street right here. So a lot of these pieces sell for millions of dollars. So it'll be crazy to see what happens here. I don't even know today's date. Is today June 9th? 8th? I forget. Hey, what's up, Michael? We're just gonna be skateboarding around for a little bit. This is actually the atrium at Trump Tower. Wow, and this is pretty crazy. So it looks like they're going to be auctioning off fine books and manuscripts on the 17th of June at 1 p.m. Wow. In-person viewings are by appointment only. I wonder how much that stuff will go for. Sunshine After Rain says it's June 9th. Appreciate that. Michael, hope you're doing well, my friend. Hey, Mark Davis says, good evening. Hope all is well with you. Hello from Toronto, Canada. Hello, Mike. Hello, Mark. Thank you for joining the stream. We're just skateboarding around the city, maybe for an hour or so. Checking out some of the buildings here. It's a pretty quiet night in New York. Not too bad. So we're near we're skateboarding on the main Trump Tower. And we're about to pass the Trump Tower residences, where some people live. So not for nothing, the main atrium is actually a very nice place. I think it's still closed for the pandemic. I'll show you guys and girls. So you used to be able to go in this little atrium and like eat food and hang out. There's a bunch of trees in here and everything, but I don't know if they opened it. Does anybody know if they opened it yet? I haven't been in here in like 2 years, maybe a year. I remember sometimes I would get coffee at this little coffee bar with clients. Hey JL, what's going on? JL, always good to have you in the stream, my friend. And I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good day today. they still have these NYPD barricades here. But when Trump was president, you couldn't even really get here. It was all blocked off, so they're sort of opening up a little bit. This guy looks kind of creepy in the window here. I'm not sure if you see him. I think this is I forget the name of it, but it's a very, very fancy, very expensive like club. Almost like the New York Athletic Club. But he's in the window there. He looks a little creepy. But he's probably a nice guy. Hey Michael, JD Fisher, hey. Yeah, JD for sure. No moderators? Do you want to be a moderator? Yes. Yeah, it is kind of humid here in New York. Monica's, there's not many people out. Yeah, Fifth Avenue is pretty dead here on a Wednesday night. Sunshine after rain, can you be a mod? Yeah, for sure. I'm not really sure what moderators do, but you guys could definitely, you know, have at it for sure. It's really nice out tonight, you know, super relaxing, not a lot of people. I like it like that. Michael says mod 2, okay. Michael, there you go. Hey Lupe, what's going on? We're just skating around a little bit, maybe an hour, not too long tonight. Monica, here's some people. There's some people out. They look like some people who work probably on Wall Street. Razzle Dazzle, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining the stream. Always good to have you in here, Razzle Dazzle. This is the famous Versace store. JL says, hey Tom, I'm always available to mod. Sure, I'll make you a moderator, JL, no problem. Appreciate everybody being here. Oh, and appreciate all of the new subscribers too. So, very fun to hang out with all of you. Oh, Razzle Dazzle lives in California. That's awesome. JD Fisher says they stop people from being disrespectful and spamming. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Lupe says, yeah, what a great night for skateboarding. It really is. So I think we actually had a little bit of a passing shower here in New York. Nothing crazy, maybe like an hour. But yeah, not bad. I was working very long hours tonight, and then I actually had to take a nap. So I took a nap for about an hour, woke up, and now we'll get some exercise, skateboard around. Cool juxtaposition of the Versace symbol and the skateboard, I know. Lady Orleans moderate, okay. Let's get to 40 viewers today, for sure. I think we had the most amount of people ever last night. I think we had like 32 people, which was crazy. That's really, really crazy. Yeah, so this is the Versace store. I never really go into any of these stores, honestly, but hey guys. I kind of like the pink color here though. Andrew says, will we see my squirrel friend today? Not today. So that squirrel, it's roughly on 66th Street in Central Park. But yeah, sometimes I go to the park and just buy like some walnuts and just sit there in the park and feed them all day. This restaurant looks pretty cool. Check it out. Look at, they have like a terrace up top that's all lit up. Looks really nice. JL says we started out with 11 viewers when you first started. I know.
Oh, how come you don't know how to...
Yeah, I can't believe how fast, you know, things are growing, and you know, it's fun. It's fun hanging out with you guys and girls every night. ATKB, welcome to the stream, my friend. Yeah, Sunshine After Rain was here when we had 3 viewers, skateboarding around, hanging out. That was definitely fun. And was doing the window streams, yes. Sunshine After Rain, we were doing the window streams, the sunset. I remember that. JL says yes, but time, you have to realize your voice and your knowledge has a lot to do with your accomplishments. Oh, I appreciate that, JL. That's very nice of you. Hey, David's here from Florida. We love Florida. I want to move to potentially to Miami, Florida one day. So we're on the backside of St. Patrick's Cathedral. Yes, Mark, I remember that. So I was, I think even, Mark, I think that was even before I started the channel. I saw Super Friends in Times Square. That was fun. past St. Patrick's Cathedral is very beautiful architecture. I agree, Lupe. Side door, I believe on the westernmost side. We'll take a look at it. And at night they have these gates up to close everything off, and it looks really nice. So here we are. Hey Jaser, what's going on? Hope you're well, my friend. So we'll take a walk up the stairs, St. Patrick's. I used to go to church here almost every Sunday before the pandemic. And my favorite part about it are these doors right here. Pretty cool architecture here. Are those doors devil proof? That's funny. That's funny, David. I hope so. I really, really hope so. You know what I've been noticing? It looks like there's a lot more traffic coming back to the city, which is good. Yeah, Jason says they really knew how to do buildings, didn't they? For sure. I like a lot of the original architecture. That's why I like the Upper West Side so much. All right, Monica, have a good one. We'll see you later. Have fun walking the dogs. So this main door is my favorite. This one's pretty cool. The detail on here is just incredible. Oh, that's cool. So this guy was the first priest in New York, it says. Wow. This is pretty cool. I never really took the time to check this out. Look at the doors. And across from St. Patrick's is 30 Rock or Rockefeller Center. Yeah, everybody, we're just hanging out, having a good time. Mark says great exposure on. Yes, it was Mark, it was very fun. Good point. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream tonight. So Jaser has an interesting fact that shows both St. Patrick and St. Joseph were actually celebrate. Both those here, green beer followed by red beer. Interesting. So appreciate everybody watching. Yeah, everybody's doing good. We're just hanging out. Wow, look at the Empire State Building. It's all red at the top. That's really crazy. That looks really nice. We'll check that out. Skateboard around a little bit, check that out. So now we are outside Saks Fifth Avenue, which is a very famous clothing store here in New York. JL, thank you. I appreciate that. The scenery that we are looking at right now looks like a painting, almost identical to last night, yeah. So the windows are pretty cool here at Saks Fifth Avenue. Which outfit, Lupe, would I wear in the window? Probably the one on the far right. I mean, I wouldn't really wear any of them, but if I had to, probably the one on the far right. JD Fisher, hope you're well from last night with all that stuff. So we'll do a loop around Rockefeller Center. This is Eden Fine Art. David, what's up, David? Says Empire State Building is orange in partnership with Everytown for Gun Safety Support. Okay. National Gun Violence Awareness Day is June 9th. Well, that's good. I mean, it doesn't look orange. It looks red. We'll check it out. We're going to check it out. David, we're going to check that out because I'm curious now. JL says this is so nice because I talk and text on the phone and watch the beautiful light show on my TV. Well, appreciate you being here, JL. And thank you for the kind words. And I'm glad everybody is enjoying the stream. see that guy just until like 2 seconds ago. Hey. Hey. Alright, so let's take a look at the Empire State Building and let's see if it's orange. Michael says, did everybody eat dinner? I didn't eat dinner yet, Michael. I had leftover Chinese food for dinner, says David. So the Empire State Building looks red to me. I mean, maybe it's a little bit orange, but to me it looks red. I don't know. Lupe says, oh my God, that man took a nap on the sidewalk. Okay, Jason says, I found the difference. Red and white colors in celebration of FC Bayern Munich historic season, really. So that's a German soccer team. And now it's changing colors. So Bayern Munich is a German soccer team, soccer club if I'm not mistaken. So we'll walk around 30 Rock for a little bit. And appreciate everybody that's a new subscriber to the channel. Yeah, sunshine after rain. It says it does look a little bit red. Julie, hey Julie. Julie, hope you're well. Five, how are you? So which street am I on? I think we're on 49th Street and 5th Avenue near Rockefeller Center. But Five, I don't think I've seen you on the stream before, so welcome to the stream. And I hope you're well, my friend. Yes, Mark Davis, Rockefeller Center. 5 to the stream. Our friend Jason says, I love this stream. So much fun and awesome crisp views. Well, thank you, Jason. It's fun having you on the stream. Appreciate the kind words. I don't think the stream would be a good stream without the viewers. So everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. And we have Lena Sandoval. Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good day, Lena. Mark R. Davis says, Tom, how did you come up with the name Wall Street Skate Bro? So I wanted to work on Wall Street, and that's one of my biggest passions in life is investing, especially in the tech sector. So I spend most of my time researching different companies and doing equity research, and I also like to skateboard. But a lot of my friends call me SaaS Bro, SaaS, which stands for Software as a Service, because that is the industry I went into, selling software and into tech. So that's my handle on Twitter, if anybody has Twitter. Wall Street SaaS Bro. But on Twitter, I mostly post about like financial stuff. So I post like analysis, boring stuff. But Twitter's actually a really good place for finance. There's a lot of big names on Wall Street that are on Twitter, surprisingly. You would never think of it, but there is. Kind of strange. Hey Lena, hope you're doing well. Lena, I did have a good day. Very busy day for me. I had to take a nap after work. It was so busy. So 5 says, which company? So originally I wanted to work at the investment bank. I wanted to work in sales and trading or mergers and acquisitions. You know MongoDB? Yeah, MongoDB. Yeah. I have a couple friends that work there. One of my friends is an enterprise account executive there. So 5, I was going to take a position at Twilio, which is like a communications platform as a service company. But before that, I was a contractor for SoftBank, and they took a majority stake in Sprint T-Mobile through the merger and acquisition. So I was on a healthcare team selling into hospitals, nursing homes, assisted living facilities. And I would sell EVV software, so electronic visit verification and electronic medical record software. So we essentially helped the vast majority of the home healthcare agencies in New York migrate from a legacy infrastructure, or not even an infrastructure at all, of just clocking in and out on paper, as well as writing down in a journal if they administered medication to these patients, if they took their temperature, things like that. So we essentially migrated them to the cloud, which is better for not only user efficiency, but for patient safety as well. So you're fully HIPAA compliant. So it's a lot easier to get patient information stolen if you're coming back from a patient's home and you have a bunch of papers in your backpack and a paper falls out of your backpack. Now that patient information is compromised. But if it's all in the cloud and it's all on a device, God forbid that device gets stolen, you could just use some sort of MDM software to remote wipe that. And so the patient information is fully encrypted at all times. Oh, 5 says you're interviewing at VMware. So 5, if you're interviewing at VMware, send me an email. I know a ton of people at VMware. We used to sell a lot of VMware products. So if you need anything, let me know. VMware is a good company. If you don't mind me asking, what position are you interviewing for? Are you going to be in sales? Are you going to be on a product team or a software engineer? I know, Michael, that guy almost fell. I saw it. I was about to catch him. I was ready to catch him. Oh, you're interning at VMware. Hey. I don't carry cash on me. I'm sorry, man. Okay. God bless you, man. See you later, pal. Wow, 5, full stack software engineering intern. Well, you're going to love it, man. And it's a very good career path that you chose, so very good. Sunshine After Rain says, interesting, Tom. I use that software at work. I work in healthcare, yeah. That's awesome. Tom, I keep saying it over and over again. You cannot appreciate this type of stream unless you watch on a big screen TV. That's funny. I gotta watch it. Mark says, thank you for explaining the origin of the name. No problem. So 5, I have to ask, what is your favorite language? Are you a Python guy, C++, Node? What do you like, man? So 5, well, congratulations on the internship, by the way. But if you ever want to work on Wall Street, it seems like you have the sufficient skills to be in a quantitative role. So if you ever want to work at a place like a Citadel or a Jump Trading or a 2 Sigma, D.E. Shaw, or Renaissance Technologies, let me know, and I'll see if I can put your resume somewhere. I know people at all those firms. Also 5, check out this channel called Joma Tech. Joma did a bunch of internships on Wall Street at Citadel. He's a software engineer. So he has some good content too. Five says you have his channel. Yeah, he moved to New York. He's in New York now, so that's good. He's a good guy. He's funny. Hey Fernando, hope you're well, my friend. So now we're here at Radio City Music Hall. Five says, sorry, where are you working right now? So Five, during the pandemic, I quit my job and I started my own company. So I do like IT consulting and I set myself up as a VAR. So like a value-added reseller. So I have contracts with all the main software companies to resell their products and services. And we're based here in New York on Central Park South. Five says, how do I connect you? Shoot me an email or just, I think I have my email. It's just wallstreetskatebro@gmail.com. And the thing is, I really didn't want to quit the job. I really didn't. My job was phenomenal. I loved it. But I just felt like maybe it was the right time to try to do something on my own while I'm still young. I don't know. So I just signed 2 contracts with Ring Central 8x8. So I'm a Microsoft partner, a Google partner, and I'm trying to get into the cloud business. So like AWS, Azure. But mainly I just take care of my existing book of business at my old company. And I just moved all of, when their subscriptions renew, I'm just gonna renew them under my own company. So instead of the revenue going to, you know, all these big companies, it'll go to me. Michael says, you're gonna check Southern QB Vibes. I was on Southern QB Vibes stream last night. Yes, please go check out Southern QB Vibes. Very cool person. Hey, Fernando. Wow, Mark David says, I work in the field of endocannabinoid medical research. Okay, so like medical marijuana research. That's awesome. Mark says, interesting field, that's for sure. So Mark, so maybe you could give me some advice, because what I'm trying to do is in New York and New Jersey, well, especially New Jersey, I think marijuana is going to be a huge booming industry, but mainly in the part of where I'm interested is in security, right? So every time that they move large amounts of marijuana, the trucks and everything need to be tracked via GPS coordinates, temperature monitoring. So I can provide all of those IT solutions through my company. The biggest issue that I'm running into now is all of this stuff has to be approved on the federal and the municipality level, like the local governments. So it's very difficult for me to get in there without going out for bid and putting in an RFP. So I'm trying to partner with security companies in those spots. So in your opinion, is it, like, I just don't know the point of contacts. Like for me as a salesperson, I'm trying to figure out the point of contacts for these medical marijuana distribution places to say, hey, you know, if you need temperature monitoring for your facility, you know, I could set up routers or IoT sensors or whatever you need. It's just been so difficult for me to do that, like really, really difficult. But once you break into that industry, it's going to be an absolute cash cow. So I know that wasn't really a question, but that's just sort of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go to these distributors and say, we have you covered on the security piece and the compliance piece, you know, as well as the grow houses. So if you need to check, you know, humidity levels or anything like that, you know, we work with, you know, because I used to be in a contract with SoftBank, which owns a lot of IoT companies like ARM and things like that. So, hey, Reels, what's going on? Yes, so Mark, if you want to, Mark, that would be phenomenal if maybe I could just set up a call. So I'm working with the security company and we're trying to break in Hudson County and do that. But just the process is really, really cryptic with all of these, you know, municipalities, and everybody who wins these contracts, these government contracts, knows somebody in the government, right? So it's a little bit corrupt. So we're just trying to break in there. So if you have any advice for us or any expertise that you can point to, you know, we would definitely pay you for your time if you just want to set up a consulting call. Yes, Mark, definitely send me information to Wall Street, skatebro@gmail.com.
And again, thank you. I can't thank you enough, because this has been something I've been trying to crack for a long time. I've been spending a lot of my time on it. So I really, really appreciate you helping me out. It really does mean a lot. All right, so now we are, so this has been a restaurant I've actually wanted to try, the Little Beat. I don't even know what they sell, but it looks cool. I skateboard past it like once a week. Hey David. David says, how do I sign up as cannabis research candidate? David, I'm not sure. Maybe Mark would be a good person to ask for that. I'm just trying to get into that space to sort of manage that IT infrastructure in terms of the security and the compliance piece. Lupe says, Tom, if it's not too much to ask, but can you make a list of reading materials for people who want to learn more about this? Lupe, so are you talking about like medical marijuana research and all that stuff? I'm not actually too familiar with that space. The only thing that I'm trying to do with my company is to provide the distributors, the dispensaries, with the security and the compliance that they need. So the IoT sensors to track the humidity in the grow houses, the GPS tracking on their vehicles. Those are sort of the things that I could facilitate, but I'm not sure. I'm learning about it every day. So, but I'll send you some information on, you know, some stuff I'm working on for sure. So Mark Davis says, I will try my best. Tom, are you on Instagram? I'm not. I don't have one. Sorry about that. Hates times and facts. Hey, Five. So Five says, I have 1 year left at CMU. Probably will reach out to you this fall. Yeah, no big deal, man, for sure. So Five, good luck on everything, man. I think you're gonna kill it. I think you're gonna make a ton of money too. You seem like a very nice guy. Thank you, JL. After rain, sunshine after rain is an interesting field for sure. My pleasure. So the only thing is, I'm not too sure about like the research prospects and like how to get into that. That's the only thing that sucks. Hey, Sunshine New York is here. What's going on? Five says, thanks, good luck too. So Five, last question. Is the internship gonna be in New York City? Or is it somewhere else? If it's in New York, I think you're gonna have a good time, but I'm not sure where VMware is here. We're at Barclays. I have a couple friends here. Mark says, I will send an email, thank you. Mark, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for helping, for giving me some information. This is pretty cool. We're having a little networking session on the stream. All right, let's see where we are. We are on West 49th Street, near Times Square. Andrew says, you can call beats in the US, beat roots in Australia. Nice. Sunshine, New York, glad to see you. Hope you had a good day. There's a lot of people out tonight. So thank you to all the viewers. Thanks everybody for subscribing. I appreciate it. Lady Orleans says, oh, I hear live music. Yeah, I think the bar over there is playing live music. Sunshine New York says, skate bro, I had a great day. Got some things done. That's awesome. Good stuff. It's always good to get some stuff done. Glad you had a productive day. Back here at the NASDAQ. Lady Orleans says, so much for the bad storm. They said it was coming this evening. So I think it did rain for like an hour here in New York. But not as bad as they said. sounds like you're going, like you've got a flat tire when you go from asphalt to brick. So true. Oh, now the Empire State Building looks to be, I think it's like orange and blue. Looks pretty cool. JL says, hey Tom, how do you feel now that you've been doing this for a few weeks? Now with the viewers you've had, and if viewers started coming in, yeah, it's, I didn't expect this many people to be watching this at all. So I've always made skateboarding videos, but I've just kept them on my Apple hard drive. And I was like, why don't I just post them? But I didn't think anybody would be interested. And then I thought it'd be kind of cool to do like, perhaps in a sense, live streaming on the skateboard for a different perspective. So I'm just glad people are enjoying it, and I'm meeting a lot of cool people too. These pianos here at the Steinway and Sons look beautiful. Orange and blue OKC Thunder basketball colors. Hey Reels, what's up? Yeah, Reels, if I'm ever in Vegas, 100%, man. I think this is the coolest TV set ever. Like, you're sitting here, you're talking about different stocks and stuff, and then you're looking over Times Square. That's pretty cool. Lupe says, oh my God, there's a Broadway musical based on Mrs. Doubtfire? I don't think I've heard of that. Well, we have 30 people watching the stream, so I appreciate everybody watching. Looks like the Brooklyn Diner's closed shut. looks like there's a lot of kids on like break. Is school out? Yes, Reels. Reels, I watched your video last night too. So yes, Reels, everybody check out Reels stream. Reels is gonna be in Las Vegas. And it looks like Vegas is completely open, right, Reels? Or does things still have to reopen? What do you think? From your video, it looks like everything was pretty back to normal. Is there any restrictions, Reels, in terms of like what you, in terms of like indoor capacity and all that? NYC Cherry Groove, what's going on? So Real says Vegas is completely open. Okay. NYC Cherry Group says teen smells in the air. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are off to school maybe. JL says, Tom, when you weave in and out with your skateboard, I feel like I'm on the ride down at the Jersey Shore. The picture quality is unbelievable. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Vegas is at least 110% capacity. Jeez, that's so funny. Okay. David says Mississippi and Alabama are the least vaccinated states. Anyone surprised? No comment. Wow. So now we're at 34th Street. Parents are throwing them out in Times Square. No problem, NYC Cherry Groove. Hope you're well. Hope everything's going well with you. Lupe says people are dancing in the street. Yeah, these views. Now we're by Madison Square Garden. Whew. JL says, hey Tom, how are you actually operating the camera? So I have it on, I believe it's called a gimbal. So I don't really have to do anything. I just kind of let it sit here. For some reason, I feel like I need to drink coffee right now. I'm not sure why. Does anybody else ever randomly just crave coffee? Yeah, Lupe, it's a lovely night. Hey, Michelle. Michelle McGraw, how are you? Hopefully you're having a good night. It's good to see you in the chat. Michelle, always good to see you. Lupe, it's a lovely night. JL says, so Tom, tell me which is smoother, the gimbal or your feet? I'm gonna say the gimbal. Lady Orleans says, yum, it's coffee time. I don't know, for some reason I don't think I could have coffee this late. JL Tom is in incredible shape now. I can't. Not incredible. Maybe just the cardio, maybe? I could run long distances, that's about it. ATKB says love coffee. So ATKB, what do you like better? Iced coffee or hot coffee? I think I could drink iced coffee year round. NYC Cherry Group says espresso. I like espresso. Sometimes I get like I used to get a double shot over ice. NYC, but only mine. Okay. So NYC Cherry Group, how do you make your espresso? Lady Justices, what are those? I'm not sure. ATKB says hot is good too. Hope you've had a good day too. Yeah, Michelle, thank you for watching the stream. JL says I am neither a coffee drinker or a water drinker. Oh, plain water. Okay. So we're near Koreatown, everybody, which, as you know, is my favorite place in the city on West 32nd Street. That's actually a really good place to get coffee too, in Koreatown. And thank you everybody for watching, and thank you for all of the new subscribers that I'm seeing on the screen. And I hope everybody's enjoying the night, having a peaceful, relaxed night and watching the stream. Now we're on Madison Avenue. Wow, this living room looks amazing. Andrew says you say safe skateboarding. Appreciate it, Andrew. Like your vibe as well, my friend. Michelle says strong coffee or it's not coffee. I agree with that. Lupe, I decided to come back to New York City in November. Not this summer because I don't like the heat. Okay, that's fair. NYC Cherry Group says I drink beer over ice as well. Yeah, Boogie Bob is a fun one. Hey Orlando, welcome to the stream. Thank you for checking in, my friend. Yeah, Boogie Bob is a good guy. He's funny. He's a really good stand-up guy. ATKB says, I like the sound of the skateboard. Sounds like a train. Thank you. Reels says, black iced coffee with a dash of cream. I can get down with that. I think that's probably the best way to take it. Reels, I agree with that. Reels, what about cold brew? Do you drink any of that? I guess it depends. So NYC Cherry Group says, my wife gets the espresso from me. Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. So caramel syrup or maple. That's really cool. Mark R. Davis says, Tom, I will send you information shortly as per earlier. Yeah, Mark, absolutely no rush, my friend. Don't feel obligated to send that out. Take your time, no stress. I just appreciate the help, Mark. So no stress at all. Don't even worry about it. Wow. Could you imagine if this was your living room? So Real says, yeah, cold brew is the bomb. It's smooth, yes. So Reels, I think there's less acidity or something in the cold brew. Lupe says, I don't drink coffee, never have. That's crazy. You should try it, Lupe. You should definitely try it. Ooh, there's a lot of roaches here. I don't like roaches. Ooh, that was disgusting. I'm not sure if you guys saw that on the stream, but there was like 50 roaches in a big pile there. That was really disgusting. Now we're back at another living room. NYC Cherry Group says, no offense to you, but coffee, folks, but cold brew compared to good espresso is like filtering crappy alcohol as compared to fine alcohol. I just need to have good espresso, man. I love my coffee bold. Sunshine NYC says. Agreed. Hey, out and about. Yeah, Fernando, we're here in my living room. Yeah, the sofa does kind of look like a prison, but I mean, I don't know who could afford all this stuff. Like, this looks crazy. So we're on Madison Avenue. Out and About is also from Toronto, Canada. That's probably the roughest sidewalk I've ever skated on in my life. Hey Zappa, welcome to the stream. Long time no see. Dunkin' Donuts has better espresso than Starbucks. They're both terrible. There's some local places here in New York that are really good. NYC Cherry Group says use your own coffee. That's good. So we're here on East 32nd Street. So this is my favorite, like one of my favorite restaurants in the city. It's called Take 31. It's a Korean restaurant. It's really good. So if anybody is ever in Koreatown, you have to visit a restaurant called Take 31. It's on East 31st Street and Madison Avenue. Really good. We'll take a quick walk past it. This is, you know what? Actually, this may be my favorite restaurant by far. Take 31. A lot of living room places here. So this is Take 31. Speaking of coffee, Fernando, are you working tonight, Fernando? So this weekend I want to go to Brooklyn. I want to go to Greenpoint. So maybe I will do a stream in Greenpoint. Zappa says, I've been working so much on some projects at work, I've been missing all of my New York City live streams. Yeah, well, you could always re-watch them. It's always good to have you here. Oh yeah, Michelle, the coffee pods, those are good. So hope everybody's enjoying the stream tonight. Thank you once again for everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for subscribing to the channel. Yeah, so for everybody who didn't know, anytime you're on a skateboard in New York and you pass somebody that also has a skateboard, you gotta do this. It's like courtesy, skateboard courtesy. So if you saw that, skateboarder just did that to me. Just like a what's up, we're both skaters. Be safe. All right, now we're on West 28th Street. Oh, JL says you can only do coffee once in a blue moon because of the caffeine. Yeah, some people don't react well to caffeine. Does anybody have a time check? I don't know what time it is. I guess that restaurant is closing, so they took all the tables away except that one. So those people are just eating in the middle of the street. It's funny. Out and About says the good cyclists, we give each other a nod. That's good. That's awesome. Out and About. It's like common courtesy. ATKB 1110. Thank you. NYC Cherry Groove. If you folks use pods or capsules, my recommendation, as in my opinion, the best Italian coffee. Oh, okay. Interesting. JL says, tell him I believe this was another wonderful stream. You introduced us to ground level. Appreciate everybody joining. Yes, Sunshine NYC. Says good times down there, especially 23rd Street. So we're by Italy. Yeah, JL, when you pass somebody in the hall, say how you doing. So JL, I was thinking about what you were talking about. I think I'm gonna rewatch the stream on a TV just to see how it looks. Oh, Lena, thank you. I appreciate that. You always have a great time with me. Well, I have a great time with you guys and girls. Watching the stream, hanging out after work. You know, what more can you ask for? Oh, JL, check this out. I bet this is gonna look incredible on a TV. Look at the Empire State Building tonight, all red. Out and About new sneakers. Yeah, I had literal holes in my sneakers. So when it was raining, my feet were getting all wet. That's how much wear and tear the skateboard does. So I think at the beginning of the stream, somebody was talking about the Empire State Building being red for National Gun Violence Awareness. So the type of coffee that NYC Cherry Groove is talking about, he says it's on Amazon and Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay. NYC Cherry Groove, I may have to check it out too. Wow, we have 35 people watching. I think this is the most people we've ever had on the stream. So I appreciate everybody watching and being a part of the stream and subscribing to the channel. I appreciate everybody. Wow, it's 11:10 at night. We may have to end it soon, everybody. Out and about to zoom in. All right, let me try. Wow. Zappa Allen says, yes, I always watch you guys on the TV in my kitchen area. That's awesome. I like this building too with the clock on it. I think it looks kind of cool. Postcard, yep. Tap focus to focus. Let's see if we can get it focused. My phone is weird. I don't think it'll focus properly. Zappa Allen says, you wish you lived in New York? Move. You can move. And the rents are really, really cheap now in New York, so it's the perfect time. Pack your bags. Come on down. All right, NYC Cherry Groove. I want to see what he said. Hold on, I gotta stop. Find this comment. So Tom, if you use drip coffee by Brit brand, all Costa Rican coffee from the rainforest. Okay, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Michelle says, I want to get a French press. I love small coffee. I love the smell of coffee when you're making it. I agree. Come to Oklahoma, Lupe says, maybe. They like New Yorkers in Oklahoma, right? I'd fit in. Oh yeah, out and about. I mean, if you're from Canada, yeah, it's probably going to be difficult to move to New York for sure. But I think in the United States, we have interoperability. We can go any state we want. But yeah, I understand. Like, you obviously need to have a job lined up, things like that. I don't know what this guy's doing. I think he's a police officer. All this talk about coffee, I may have to get a coffee when I end the stream. So there's a Dunkin' Donuts that opened up. Even though I really don't like Dunkin' Donuts coffee, it's really the only coffee shop that's open. There's one on 56th Street and 8th Avenue that just opened. And I think it's 24 hours too. I don't know if 5 is still on the stream, but I think he's gonna, where did he say he's interning? 2 Sigma or Citadel? Oh, VMware. gotta take a break. JL says, Tom, do you think decaf coffee would be okay this time of night? I think so. I think decaf would be fine. Lupe says, yes, we love New Yorkers. Then definitely I'm gonna come to Oklahoma. I just don't know what I would do there. Well, then again, maybe that's probably ignorant of me to say. I don't know anything about Oklahoma, but maybe I'll check it out. Who knows? Out and about says, then you'll have to stay on live because you'll be caffeinated. Coffee at midnight, Michael. I mean, I come from an Italian family, so a lot of I think that's a pretty Italian thing to do, espresso. Lena says, smash the like button. I appreciate that, everybody. So I like to try local coffee shops here in New York. And I've said it already, you guys know, but on 72nd Street and Columbus is my favorite coffee shop. So far, it's the best coffee I've had, and it's called Black Press Coffee. However, there was also one other place in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, that was very good as well. JL says, yes, Italian. So JL, half my family is Italian, the other half is Irish. So my family comes from Naples, Italy, and County Mayo, Ireland. And the reason why my family came to the United States is because during Prohibition, we owned and operated a lot of the speakeasy bars near Times Square. And the funny thing is, so maybe I'll show you guys sometime on live. So we have all of these pictures of my great-grandfather in all of these speakeasy bars with all. And what a lot of people don't know is the police officers would come in after their shifts and drink alcohol too in the speakeasies. So nobody really cared about the laws. So a lot of the police officers would drink alcohol too in all the speakeasies. So I have a picture of my great-grandfather behind the bar with all the mobsters and like 4 police officers, and they're all drinking alcohol. It's so funny. This is the Strand bookstore. There's a really nice bookstore here in New York. David says, do they fight each other? Yes. Coffee is much better from a small coffee shop, not a chain. Andrew, I agree. Yeah, Lady Orleans, try it. It's right there. So if you Google it, it's Black Press Coffee. It's good. 72nd Street. NYC Cherry Groove says, Tom, there is a lady that sells coffee on the Upper West Side, 70th in Columbus, but not to my liking. Huh. I've never, like what? What do you mean? She just sells it on the street? Or is it like a store? Yeah, so this is the Strand. It's a pretty decent bookstore, but I mean, there's some better ones for sure in the city, in my opinion. Southern Cuban vibes. Yeah, I was on the stream last night. I like the sound of all the roosters in the back. It's my favorite part. So I guess there's actual like wild roosters that live in that area. That's pretty sick. That's what I want. I want to wake up and hear wild animals. She sells her coffee out of her apartment window? No way. I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh, she has a store of beans all over the world. All right, everyone, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. In the stream. But once again, I appreciate everybody joining. Census Bean of Columbus. Sensuous. I'll type it into Google. I'll check it out. I'll check it out for sure. Thank you for that recommendation. JL says, Tom, I feel for you because half my family is from Naples and the other half is from Sicily. Imagine what that's like. Probably not very fun. But I mean, for the most part, my family gets along. For the most part. NYC Cherry Boo says I'm an espresso snob. NYC Cherry Boo, I gotta try some of these espressos. And you're making me very curious now. Extremely, extremely curious. Whew. We probably did close to 10 miles tonight. Maybe more, probably more. Are there new mods here? Yeah, Cosmo, we made a bunch of people some mods. JL says, Tom, the one thing that you can imagine with your family is whoever says they're right, they are right. 100%. JL. Sunshine New York says you have a long date with Netflix tomorrow. That's funny. Hey Cosmo, So saw some strawberries at Union Square today. Sunshine after rain. Were you whistling? Yes, I was. I was whistling Frank Sinatra. Hey, Derek. Derek, good to have you on the stream, my friend. Hope you're well. Oh, okay, NYC, so the coffee, the espresso you're recommending will only work in your espresso machine. Got it. Skateboarding gimbal, that's something to get behind. Hey, Tech Explores NYC, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're good. Tech Explores NYC. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Tech Explores NYC. Do you work in tech, or is that just the channel name? Lucas says, what's the best place to get cheesecake in New York? I'm gonna have to think about that. So there was this place in Brooklyn, Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn, called Junior's, but in my opinion, Junior's is not that good anymore. But it used to be really good. I used to go there a while back because my dad used to work at the Brooklyn Navy Yard. Tech Explores NYC. I do work in tech. Awesome. I work in tech as well. Two tech bros. And I think we had somebody else on the stream that is now going to work at VMware. They're doing an internship. So Tech Explores NYC, I sell software. So SaaS. Are you an engineer or a SWE or something? NYC Cherry Groove. The Silka has the best cheesecake. I'm gonna have to... Tom, do you make coffee at home? I do make coffee at home sometimes. Out and about says I have to stay on a little bit longer with the viewers. I have a client texting me. Real says the most expensive coffee. Oh, Tech NYC, you work at VMware too. That's so, what a coincidence. Zappa Allen, wow, we have a lot of tech people on the stream. This is fantastic. This is great. Andrew Nerds. Andrew, you work in tech too, pal. Oh, you're infrastructure admin. Nice. NYC Cherry Group says, Tom, buy Brick Coffee. I'm gonna buy it. Lloyd's Carrot Cake of the Bronx. I'm gonna check it out. So for a short time, I never really go to the Bronx, but for a short time in 2019, I was actually working in the Bronx quite a bit because we were working with some home healthcare agencies. I'm trying to think of what stop I would get off. Completely forget. Yeah, completely forgetting. But they had some really good Mexican places there. And a lot of good Dominican food too. Tom reminds me of a young walking commuter except with a skateboard. Cheesecake and coffee equals cramps in my stomach. So David said I only went to the Bronx for a Yankee game. The zoo and the Botanical Gardens, yes. Okay, that's where I was. I was on the concourse, so I was Grand Concourse. I forget the street, but there was a lot of, we were working with a lot of home health care agencies and nursing homes. So I would have to take the train to the Bronx. I liked it actually. There's a lot of good places, a lot of good Dominican spots. Even though the particular neighborhood technically was not the safest, I never had a problem and there was very good food. Yeah, I missed the concourse, the Grand Concourse. Derek says, you live alone or with family? I live alone, but I do go visit my family a lot on Long Island. Out and about Serendipity. I've been there as a kid. It's all right. Like you can get the hot chocolate, like the frozen hot chocolate. Serendipity, I've been there. It's near the trolley that takes you to Roosevelt Island. I've been there. It's all right. It's all right. Derek says, must make good money to live alone for a tech guy in NYC. Yeah, I mean, tech is a good career path, especially if you're in sales. If you're in software sales, selling enterprise software, you know, the contract value on a lot of, on a lot of the renewals or infrastructure build out is pretty significant. Yeah, what Tech Guy NYC says, or Tech Explores NYC, it really depends. If you're a software engineer at like a big company like a Netflix or Uber, you're gonna make a lot of money. If you're in sales at like a smaller SaaS company or like a startup, your base salary probably won't be as high, but you'll probably get like an equity offering. And your commission structure will be phenomenal. But if you want to go to like a very large software company, like an SAP or an Oracle or Salesforce, you probably will still make a lot in terms of your base salary and OTE, but probably not as much as if you're going to a startup and you get a good comp plan and you really, really blow it out of the water. But if you're a software engineer, yeah, you 9 times out of 10, you'll do very well. Yeah, that's a good point. So there are many ways to cut costs if you don't make that much. Oh, in terms of like cost of living, yeah. No, I'll answer. I mean, yeah, I think I make, I think I do well, you know, but I think I do well. Do you watch Walking Commuter? I've seen it a couple times. Yeah, Andrew, that limo is always there. Yeah, Derek, it is expensive in New York. But I've lived here all my life, so I think I'm kind of used to it. In my experience, I think the jobs that are the highest paying, either in tech or on Wall Street, you have to be the closest to the revenue. So if the closer you can get to the revenue in terms of revenue generation, I think the more you'll make. So if you're in sales, you're selling the software, it's sort of like in the investment bank. If you're on the buy side or the sell side, or you're in front office or back office, usually the front office guys will make significantly more than the back office because they're in charge of seeing clients, giving presentations, trading, making money, raising money. Wow, the coffee costs $100 a pound. It's insane. I don't know if I would do that. Oh my God, San Francisco, I would never live there. That's crazy, 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 crazy expensive. So Derek, I assume you work in tech as well. I think everybody on the stream is in tech. Wow, it's pretty cool. All right, so we're making our way back uptown to 59th Street. Oh, you work for Apple. That's awesome. Yeah, Reels's, there's a homeless problem there, San Francisco. JL says, Tom, I got a good question. What are your feelings and what type of future does Bitcoin have? I am pro Bitcoin. But I think the majority of the value there is like a digital store value, but also for like emerging market countries that are underbanked. Because a lot of people don't understand, you know, here in America, or wherever anybody is watching from, you know, we take things for granted, right? So we have bank accounts, we have a bank on every single corner, but there's a lot of people out there that are underbanked. And if you look at the demographics and things like that in emerging market countries, a lot of these people will have smartphones, right? So in terms of, it's essentially a way for them to be their own bank, right? And even more important for remittances, payments being sent back and forth between the United States and Guatemala, El Salvador, Latin American countries. So a lot of my friends that live here, they also have family back home. So if they go to wire money back home, they have to spend a lot of money. So I think there is some value there with Bitcoin. You know, the transactional costs are extremely low. I think if you try to move $100 million in Bitcoin around the globe, it's going to cost you like $1. Right? So it's really going to help a lot of people who are underbanked and protect them from, you know, runaway inflation due to central banking, things like that. So I own some. I don't trade any of it, but I do see value in it. I really do. The government agents were somehow able to recover Bitcoin. So Bitcoin crashed a bit based off that. So Tech Guy NYC. So that's a lot of, essentially the hackers, they had a rented cloud server where they stored the Bitcoin on, right? So all the government did is just issue a warrant to that cloud server, and they were able to access the Bitcoin on there. So Bitcoin didn't get hacked. It's just these hackers were stupid and they kept their coins on a rented cloud server when they probably should have exported the Bitcoin to a hard wallet or a paper wallet, offline cold storage. But that is a good point. It's interesting. Yeah, so especially if you guys have any friends in banking, right, or fintech, I think where cryptocurrency gets a bad name is, you know, everybody's on Reddit and on Twitter and on social media or even CNBC, and the only really media attention it gets is just, you know, pumping it to the moon, Elon Musk tweeting this and that. So people really get clouded within the fundamental conversation of, you know, how can this be used to help people around the world? And I definitely think in terms of remittance payments, you know, that's huge. Like, think about it. If I have to send money back, even to, you know, like an African country, you know, I have to use, you know, all of these like MoneyGram or whatever, and the fees are astronomical. But if I can send it through Bitcoin with the Lightning Network, it's going to cost pennies on the dollar. And I don't have to have any form of central banking infrastructure, because the only thing I need is just a smartphone with a Bitcoin wallet on that I can download as long as I have an internet connection. JL says, have you ever heard of anybody mining Bitcoin? Yeah, so I'll give you guys a quick story and then I gotta go here. So one of my, well, he's not like a personal friend of mine, but he's an acquaintance. He used to mine Bitcoin back in 2013 when you could do it in your house and it would be like affordable to do. His name is Peter Saddington, if you want to look him up. He's a good guy. Right now he's working on a project called Helium, the Helium Network, and Emrit.io. And right now I'm beta testing one of the Emrit miners to build out potentially an IoT network of the future. So if you want to look him up, his name is Peter Saddington, and right now he's working on a project called Emrit.io. And right now I have one of the miners in my house and we're doing some beta testing. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that takes us. But Bill Ackman actually mentioned the project the other day. But my advice would just be, you know, don't speculate. If there's something that you're interested in, or you want to take an allocation to Bitcoin and say, okay, I want to put 1% of my net worth in this thing. Just buy it, hold it, and if it goes down, well, you know, this is portfolio management 101, right? For anybody who's ever worked at the investment bank or a hedge fund, you know, if the asset goes down, well, you're probably not going to have 1% of your net worth in the asset. So that means you need to buy more, not to buy the dip, but just to bring the allocation back to where it should be for that portfolio. So in theory, you never have to worry about it because you agreed to yourself on an allocation that's comfortable for you. And based upon price fluctuations, you either sell that asset into strength to bring it back down to the 1% weighting, or you add to it to bring it back up to that 1% weighting. So for example, if I'm on a trading desk and I'm running $100 million and I have 5% of the portfolio in Google, and Google has a great earnings report, it gaps up 20%. Well, the 5% allocation I had to Google is now probably going to account for about 10% of the portfolio. So I have to sell Google, not because I'm bearish on the particular equity, but just to bring the allocation back to the normal limits of the portfolio, if that makes sense. And that's sort of just how portfolio management works. But that's not really what gets highlighted in the media, because everybody wants to talk about, you know, pump and dumps and all this crazy stuff, but I never really get involved in that. My second follow-up, I just wanted to know, because I do have a relative that is doing that as we speak. I have the unit from the computer in the basement going 24/7. Really? How is he doing that? So it's interesting. So nowadays with Bitcoin mining, in order to generate enough hash power for it to be even profitable to mine, a lot of these miners form what are called mining pools. So they take supercomputers that they invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in and combine their hash power across different mining portfolios across the world. So for somebody in their basement to do it now, it's probably pretty impossible. But that's interesting. Because essentially what mining is there are computer algorithms trying to solve complex math problems. Right, so the first computer to solve that complexity or that complex math problem gets awarded 6.5 Bitcoin, right? Because we just went through the halving and it used to be, I think, 12, around there. So in order for the computer to solve those problems, it needs to be faster than every single other computer around the world that are trying to do that. All right, guys, but we've been going for about 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna call it a night. But I appreciate everybody joining the stream. I appreciate everybody being here, and I'll either see everybody tomorrow, or I may not stream tomorrow. I may be here Friday. But hope everybody has a good week. I wish everybody well, and I will see you all in the next one. And everybody be safe. You know, it's summer, especially for everybody who's biking or skateboarding or commuting to work. You know, drivers are pretty crazy, so everybody do your best to be safe, stay well, and I appreciate everybody watching. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Have a good night. No, JL, ask any questions you want. This is fun. No, JL, you're a very smart person. I'm not smart. Mark, take it easy. Leah, thank you for joining. Zappa, thank you for joining. JL, be well, out and about. Have a good night. Reels, have a good night. Sunshine After Rain, thank you for joining. Lupe. Have a great night. Andrew, thanks again. Fernando, have a good one. ATKB, be well, my friend. Lena, thank you for joining as always. And we'll see you all in the next stream. Thanks everybody for subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Derek, have a good night too, pal. Thanks for watching and be well.